What's up, guys? ACCardShark back again with
Mindy.
Mindy, otherwise known as the Guppy.
Guppy.
We've named her Guppy now because you know, ACCardShark, and you know, she's the Guppy that swims along with me to all these flea markets. Anyway, so yeah, Flea Market Sundays, episode 7. As you can see, we're actually driving right now. We're heading back to Quakertown because the Poconos was pretty good last week, but wasn't exactly what we were looking for. So we're heading back to Quakertown. We're meeting up with School of Fish.
Yes. Whole school of guppies.
Whole school of guppies, ACCardShark and the School of Fish, going back to the flea market. 2 of Mindy's sisters and her brother-in-law are going to be meeting up with us in Quakertown. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be filming there. If it's a lot of all the same stuff, I probably won't film too much, but if I see some new stuff, I'll film it for you. But we're heading up there now. We just got our breakfast, our coffee and pancake sandwiches, and we're heading up there now. So I'll see what I can do about getting some footage up there. We're home.
ACCardShark's playground.
That's right.
Alright, she's standing. Should I try the other one?
Alright guys, as you can see back in the game room, I didn't exactly take any footage of the flea market. It was so hot today that I didn't even want to bother bringing the camera out of the car. I went to obviously the same flea market, Quakertown. My normal guy wasn't there, and I was so disappointed because I always go straight for that booth. So I started wandering around, and I came across this first booth. He had a bunch of games. He had Xbox, Genesis, Super Nintendo, pretty much everything all the way up through 360 and everything else. So I started looking through his stuff. I did pick up one NES title from him, and it's one I've been looking for a little while, and that is TNC Surf. TNC Surf, Wood, Water, and Rage, I guess. But it's a surfing, skating, that kind of game. I used to play this all the time back in the day. Never owned it. And then for the Genesis, I picked up. They both are in box, but not complete. There's no instructions for either, but they are in box, which is going to be really nice to put on my shelf. But that's Golden Axe, as you can see, Golden Axe. So as you can see, like I said, it's not complete, but it is the cartridge in its box, and that's really what I care about as far as my collection for Genesis games, is that you've got the spine. It's easier to display them and find them on your shelf that way. I did get another Genesis game. Like I said, it's in box but not complete. A true classic. This one, I know I've got it on Sonic's collection. I can play it anytime I want, but to have the original box and stuff is pretty cool, and it's Streets of Rage 2. And then originally I got this game for the Xbox. He wanted $4 for it, but I think because I got a couple of games from him, he cut me a deal. And we were talking for a while too and stuff. It's always good to talk and get to know your guys at the flea markets, because the more they know you and get personal with you, the better deals they give you. And it sounds a little selfish, but like when you're out there trying to collect and make a collection, you need to spend the least amount of money possible to pick up the most amount of games. So this game was originally, he was asking $4 for his Xbox games. This is a game that Pixel Sandwich, if you guys watched the Shark and Pixel show, this was one of his buried treasure games on the episode from like a year ago. We did our top 5 buried treasure games, and this was one of his, and I've been looking for this for a long time, couldn't find it for the right price, and I'm really, really ultra stoked. I look for this game every time I go to the flea market, and it's Dreamfall. Dreamfall for the original Xbox. So that was what I got from him, and he only charged me $2 for that. So for $8, I got the 4 games that I just showed you. So I ended up going back to the store, the inside store. If you guys have watched like Flea Market, I'll say episode 3 of Flea Market Sundays with Pixel Sandwich, we showed the inside of that store. It's pricey, but if you get the right deals, you're doing okay. They have a punch card. Every $10 item you buy for them, they punch a hole in the card. When you get to 10 punches, you get $10 off your next purchase. I had filled that up with Pixel Sandwich when he was here, and I had $10 off. Wasn't sure what I wanted to get. I saw this when he was actually, I actually had mentioned it when he was here on that video, and I never picked it up, and I kept thinking about it for the last like 2 or 3. It's been 2 weeks since he left. For 2 weeks straight, I've been like, I should have gotten that game. I should have picked it up. It won't be there when I go back. So I figured, you know what, I have $10 off. I'm gonna go look and see if that game is still there. Sure enough, it was, and it's in great condition. It's not complete. It's missing the instructions, but it is an original box, and that's for the original Nintendo, and that's King's Quest V. King's Quest V was also, if you guys are familiar with old school computer games, it was a point and click adventure for the computer. And this box, I don't know if you can tell, I'm not sure how well this is coming out, but if you look at the condition of this box, it's like just absolutely awesome, just awesome shape. And I looked it up on eBay, and King's Quest V complete in box with instructions is going for like, give or take, 40 bucks, 50 bucks. They did have instructions I could buy off of eBay if I wanted to complete this, but as you can see, I think this is still a good deal for having it in box. It's marked 20 bucks. I used my $10 off punch card discount, and I got it for like $9, plus it was 10% off as well. I got it for like $9 and change. So a game that I don't have for the Nintendo, so it adds another game. As you can see, the game is just in immaculate condition as well. It just looks really, really good. It's nice and clean on the inside. The label's absolutely perfect. So, I mean, to add that game to my collection when I didn't already have it, plus the fact that it's in its box this nicely, was a really good ad for $9. So I figured that was awesome. And then there's one seller who I saw immediately as soon as I walked onto the flea market on the outdoor end of it. And I saw a Game Boy Advance SP. And I used to have a Platinum SP. Don't know where it went. Over the years, I moved a lot. I'm not sure where it happened to disappear to. So I saw it and I was like, I don't know. I don't want to waste my money. This is before I didn't know my regular guy wasn't there. I wanted to save my money for when I got to his booth. I went back to see, and it was still there. And I'll show you what that looks like. I did pick it up, and I'll fill you in on the rest of the story. But I did get. It's a little beat up. It's got some marks all over it and everything else, but it is a red SP, you know, with the flip up, everything's all good. I believe it's actually drained of battery as of right now, but it did come with a charger. So I saw that, and I was like, he was looking to unload everything he had. They were moving, and they just needed to get rid of their stuff. So I knew that I could get it for pretty cheap. So I was going to go back and offer him like $5 or $10 for it. And when I went back, I saw it peeking out of this really, really gay bag. And it's like, I don't even know what the hell brand it is, or like Baby Fat or something like that. So it's like ghetto gear. But I saw this bag, and the GBA, or the SP, it was like in open position, kind of like this, like hanging out of it. And I was like, what the hell is it doing in the bag? So I went up to the lady and I said, I said, how much do you want for the Game Boy? And she said, well, you can take the whole bag for 25 bucks. And I was like, the whole bag? So I kind of like peeked in, and I saw like there was other gaming things in there. So I was like, do I take a chance? Do I look through it? I'm like, you know what? For 25 bucks, I see there's a bunch of games in there and everything else. I was like, you know what? Here you go. 25 bucks. It was money I was going to spend at the other guy's booth who wasn't there anyway. So I'm going to cut right now. I'm going to pretty much sign off my face right now. I'll cut to the camera in my hand, and I have not gone through this bag yet. We're going to go through it together. I have no idea what's in this bag. All I know is on the top, I see one game peeking out. But all I see right now is the Game Boy. That's all I know what I paid 25 bucks for. It was kind of like a grab bag, kind of a gamble. So we're gonna see together. I literally have no idea what's in this, so I'm really excited to go through this with you guys. So I kind of thought it was kind of fun, like an unboxing, surprise little unboxing. So I'm gonna cut now, and we're gonna put the camera in my hand and see exactly what's in this thing. So, all right, guys. So here we are. Here's the ghetto bag, the Baby Fat bag. Baby Fat. So I was like, hey, I was like, Mindy, do you want the bag? She's like, not really. We can throw that out. I'm like, okay. And the lady was like, oh, you can have the bag. Well, I'll throw it in. I'm like, I really don't care about the bag. So anyway, this is the bag right here. So the first thing, like I said, was the Game Boy Advance SP. The red one, you know, the what do you call it? D-pad has some good play. The buttons are good. The buttons are all working. Don't know if it works yet. Obviously, I have to charge it up. I do see a game peeking out. I did not notice that the first time through, so we'll find out. Again, I have no idea what this is. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Advance 4. That game alone is worth some money, so that's pretty cool. I don't have that one yet, so that's really awesome. So yeah, right off the bat, ultimate score right there. We got Super Mario Bros. 3 for the Game Boy Advance. That sells for some good money, so that's awesome. Alright, so I'm just going to go like this. I'm not even going to look. Let's see what I can find here. This is the charger, I assume. The Game Boy, yeah, the SP charger. So I'm going to charge that up to make sure the system works okay. GBA title, I don't know what it is. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Yeah, awesome. Any Mario and Luigi game is, sorry, I just realized it was off camera. I was looking at it. Is awesome. That's really worth some money too, I guess, off of eBay. I don't know how much that would be worth, but that's probably worth some dough. So that's a really, really good score. Reaching back into the bag, I feel another GBA title. It is The Incredible Hulk. Again, pretty cool. I don't have that game. I'm always willing to try out new games. As you can see right here, somebody paid $12 friggin' for that game. I paid $25 for this entire bag. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. I'm gonna look further into this bag. Again, I'm not looking as I pull out. Another GBA title. It is Shrek the Third. Not too stoked about that one, but again, a game I don't have already, so that'll work. That'll be cool. So Shrek the Third for the Game Boy Advance. So that's pretty cool. I already have $25 worth of stuff here. I mean, I've already gotten my money's worth, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what this is. Shrek the Third. Looks like the instruction. Yeah, the instructions for Shrek the Third. That's cool. Don't really need them, but cool nonetheless. I may have just had a spoiler here. I just pulled out instructions for Spider-Man 3 for Game Boy Advance. That may or may not be in the bag. Let's see. Game Boy Health and Safety Precautions book. Okay, that's kind of stupid. Let's see, what else do I got in here? Another GBA game. It is Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, the Lego Star Wars 2. I'm always a big fan of the Lego Star Wars games, so that's actually a really good win. I like that game. I have never played it for the GBA. I have it for the 360, but that's really awesome. I'm really stoked about that. Let's see. Let's go digging some more. We've got another GBA game, and it is awesome. Mario Kart Super Circuit. That's worth some money too. Dude, this $25 was a steal. Mario Kart Super Circuit, I've never played that, never owned it. I don't really have a big GBA collection, so we'll see. That should be pretty cool. I think this is another instruction booklet. I can't really tell. It's a Sprint. I guess the people who sold it to me have Sprint. I can throw that out. Let's see, more instruction books. Another health and safety precaution book for Game Boy. This looks like a game manual. Oh, it's Mario Kart Super Circuit game manual. So that's kind of cool. Again, don't really need the manuals, but cool nonetheless. Let's see. I think I feel a couple more games in here. Got another one. It is Spider-Man 3. Yeah, I did spoil it for myself. Spider-Man 3, cool. I'll give it a shot. I don't own it. Again, a new game to myself. Let's see. Regular Game Boy game, of which I have no clue what it is. Not really sure. We'll find out, I guess. I'll pop it in a Game Boy and find out what that is. It has no label, but hey, mystery game. I'm not really sure. It looks almost like an Army Men game. If you look, I don't know if this is going to focus or not. If you look closely over here, it almost looks like an Army Men type game, like Sarge's Heroes or something like that. Not sure, but we'll find out. I'll let you guys know on another episode. I think I feel one more game and something really epic down there if it's what I'm thinking it is. So last one is a Game Boy Advance game as well, and it is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past 4 Swords. That game alone is worth the whole haul, so that's really awesome. I'm really stoked about that. So for $25, a Game Boy Advance SP, the charger, all the booklets, and all of those games, and you would think that'd be enough, but I just kind of looked into the bag, to the end of the bag, and I also just pulled out a regular full-size Game Boy Advance. I've never owned one of these either. I had an SP back in the day. I never had one of these. This is pretty epic. Awesome to add to my collection. This one runs on batteries. I'm sure I'm going to have to replace the batteries. And as I see, there's actually a game hanging out of it, and it is Mario Tennis for the Game Boy Color. That's always a fun time too. So Mario Tennis, as well as all these Game Boys. So for $25, I took the gamble, and I got a baby fat bag. But I took the gamble, and it definitely paid off, guys. Game Boy Advance SP, a Game Boy Advance, and all of those games for $25. I think that's a pretty good win. So, I got Frogger. There was a Frogger game included as well, which I saw peeking out of the bag, and I immediately showed Mindy because she freaked out. So she was actually playing it. It's upstairs. She was actually playing it already. So add Frogger for the Game Boy Color to that list of games. But I call it an overall win for the flea market today. So I'm going to cut it off, though, because it's probably getting a little long. So till next Sunday, which I definitely will be going again, this is ACCardShark, guys. Take care.